I know there's a lot of skepticism around the deal, but as someone who watched a lot of Tage Thompson last year, having lived in Buffalo, I think it's legit. I do.
I'm pulling for the guy.
I'm a firm believer in this contract. I'm all in.
Good.
I might, if I get a Sabres jersey anytime soon, it's going to be Tage Thompson.
Speaking of all
By the way,
in,
has more. He last year when he scored 38 goals, that 38 goals in a season is higher than the highest goal total in a season for Jack Eichel, who plays for the Vegas Golden Knights, who just signed.
Phil the Thrill is a Vegas Golden Knight. Dude, this transition game is turning just as elite as Zach Werenski.
I gotta say, like, this was maybe the last team I thought he would sign with.
This is really weird to me.
I don't know why. I think I just naturally assumed like he would
return somewhere.
Like I don't know. I didn't really think it was highly likely he was going to go back to Pittsburgh. But
I mean,
I don't know. For some reason I just
we both felt a really big pull to Toronto for whatever reason.
Well, I would say that was probably my number 2. The team I felt a pull for was Boston.
Because he started there. And I mean,
just their injury troubles to start the season, I thought
that too.
This is an opportunity for this guy to sign somewhere and where he has a little bit of familiarity and play in the top 6 to start the season. Really,
he's still like. What's nice about what happened to Phil at this point in his career? He's much older. He used to be just a pure shooter.
Yeah.
Now he's turned into a pure passer.
He had a weird season last year.
8 goals and like 50 plus assists on the Coyotes.
I think he had, if I'm not mistaken, 8 goals and 44 assists for 50.
Oh, that's right. 52 points. Right.
So I don't know if that's necessarily him just becoming a better passer or becoming more willing to pass, or if his finishing was just comical and there was lot
nothing more for him to do.
Rebounds. That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's just holy shit, he had like 15, 16 assists off of rebounds or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Because it's not like he was taking less shots. It's just less shots were going in.
Right.
It was a weird year for him.
It's definitely so with the way Vegas operates right now.
Yes.
With how shady the management is. And screwing over players. And all of that kind of aside, in terms of just the money management, 1.5 is just what they need.
Yes.
Because right now, without Robin Leonard on LTIR yet, without like all the LTIR guys kicking in yet, they are over $10 million above the cap ceiling. Yes, that is the perfect look on your face. That is the perfect response.
Fucking Christ.
They are, yes. I'm looking at this right now. They are $10.2 million over the cap ceiling without LTRR.
So let's go for the last 3 seasons. Just
$92 million, Jay. Yeah. Almost 93.
For what I was saying about Phil Kessel, okay? 3 years ago, his first year in Arizona, only 14 goals in 70 games, but shot the puck 153 times, 9.2%, way below what his career
averages. Yes. Then again, that's the Coyotes,
right? There's just their luck. And then he had a crazy shooting bender the next year in the 56 games. He had 20 goals, 23 assists for 43 points because he shot the puck 115 times. That's 17.4%.
There you go.
And then last year,
that's more like Phil.
175 times over 82 games, 4.6%.
Oh.
His career shooting percentage is 10.8. That's
That's
like half of his career average.
that's such terrible luck.
So that's where I'm wondering, like, if that's where some of the assists are coming from.
If it's just luck on,
Mhm.
yeah. Who knows, man?
His last year in Pittsburgh, he had 55 assists.
Well, they definitely like Vegas needs to, regain some goal scoring because you
After
just
losing
chucked
Patches, yeah.
after losing Patches and Dadonov. You just shipped 60 goals out the door for cap relief, essentially.
Kind of, yeah.
And
not ideal. Now you're hoping that what you get in replacement is a full season of Jack Eichel, so that would give you 30, 35 of goals of those back.
And then 25 to 30 maybe from Phil if he plays with Jack.
And I don't think that Phil's going to be playing in their top six or playing with any of those guys. I think he might be playing on the third line with William Karlsson.
That would be fun. That would be kind of fun.
Because if we're just visioning the lineup,
Jack Eichel
would be playing with Stone.
Of course.
I would imagine Chandler Stevenson.
You want to put Stevenson on the wing again?
I think so.
Maybe.
Because they like playing Stevenson with Stone.
Right.
So, and I would imagine your second line, you're playing Riley Smith and Jonathan Marchessault.
But then who do you put in the middle?
Now, maybe in that case, you put Chandler Stevenson and maybe someone else goes up on the top.
Right, because Chandler did build a lot of chemistry with those two.
Yeah, they have options because your three center. So Jack Eichel's your 1C.
Yeah,
and then you have three options for 2 and 3. That's William Karlsson, Chandler Stevenson, and Nick Waugh.
Nick Waugh could be interesting. Yeah, you're right. And they did just ink him.
So, they have options, which is a good thing.
The weirdest thing to me isn't Phil going to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest thing to me is him not wearing 81.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is up with that?
It's going to be strange just to see the number 8.
Yeah. That's the reason he's with Vegas. He needed just to sign to a team that didn't have an 81.
I guess. Well, because it's like, I don't know, because I doubt Marchessault would give 81 up, even for a guy like Phil Kessel.
Why would he?
I mean, it's be all end all, unless you're like.
Because at that point, it looks weird seeing Jonathan Marchessault not wearing that number.
Right. So, like, it's weird with jersey numbers of guys, like, specifically on a team like Vegas, because unless you're like a really legacy player, like a Marc-Andre Fleury, why would you not, like, what's the point in giving up a number?
Yeah.
Right? Like, just wear whatever, unless you're a guy that is like stapled to a number, right? Which that's what I thought was going to happen with Phil, but I guess not.
I don't think Phil is legacy enough.
He still feels like he's kind of stapled to 81, but that's just me.
No, I agree with that. It's just, but it goes into what I said about it's really fucking weird that he went to the Knights.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's one of those signings that, like, I can't explain it other than just the vibes are off.
See what he does.